Every year, PFW releases its exclusive injury rankings, rating every team from 1 to 32 based on the significance of their injuries. You can see the top 5 at ProFootballWeekly.com and get the rest by just subscribing to Pro Football Weekly. Number 1, Dan, the Buffalo Bills topped our rankings. And we know they were one of the best stories in the league early in the season, but have really fallen off, mainly injury-related. Is that what put them over the top?
Yeah, Adam, losing 14 players on injured reserve, including 7 starters, is going to give you a high ranking, especially when 3 of those players are Fred Jackson, who was leading the league in rushing when he went down, and their 2 best linemen, the center Eric Wood, who was on our all-mid-season PFW team, and defensive tackle Kyle Williams.
Yeah, if maybe if they stayed healthy, they could have continued that on, but just weren't able to do it. Peyton Manning, probably the biggest injury in the league this year. I don't think there's any real question about that. He's on our all-injury team, the quarterback. But the Colts at number 5, how did they end up there?
Well, Peyton Manning is only one guy, although he's quite an amazing player. They did have other players that were hurt, but then we looked at teams like Jacksonville, Carolina, San Diego. They had more multiple losses that really affected them, and so they ended up with a higher rating.
Yeah, Peyton, obviously, maybe the most important injury, but just the cumulative effect on other teams moved them up our rankings. In last year's rankings, the Green Bay Packers were number 1, but that didn't stop them from winning the Super Bowl. This year, the Houston Texans, they're at number 8, and it seems like they've been doing the same thing, continually losing guys, but continually winning games. Could they pull the same move as the Packers?
They absolutely can, and it's going to be a great story to watch down the stretch. Everybody talks about Tim Tebow, but TJ Yates, who looked really good, I thought, this past Sunday, is a player to watch. They keep losing guys. Jim Brazile, their right guard, went down in this last game, so we're just going to have to see if they can be like the Packers and be real resilient and be quite the story.
Yeah, I mean, you lose Mario Williams, Andre Johnson doesn't play almost all year. You lose your top 2 quarterbacks and could still be the number 1 seed in the AFC. Really remarkable. You can see a full look at the PFW injury rankings, including our all-injury team. Just order a copy at ProFootballWeekly.com.